Media in Britain is an ever-growing, ever-expanding empire. It influences a lot of people in very different ways. But sometimes stigma can be attached to certain people by how they react to the media influence. This documentary aims to explore the good and the bad of media influence on young people and how it can change their mood and outlook so easily.
Those beings who landed in the Jersey farmlands tonight are the vanguard of an invading army from the planet Mars.
Now we are the masters of our fate.
We took to the streets to find out exactly what people think of young people nowadays and why that might be.
How do you view young people's behaviour?
Well, you get variations of different young people, don't you?
Sadly, the minority spoil it for that majority.
I see children 7, 8, 9 year old at midnight, 1 o'clock walking streets. I can't see how that's proper.
How much of their behaviour do you think is influenced by what they see in media and on social media?
I'd say quite a lot of it. Like a lot of role models. Well, a lot of young people have role models who are high up and they do a lot of stupid stuff.
Greatly. I've seen a marked deterioration in behaviour due to influences such as video and TV and film.
I think it's heavily influenced, mate, by like music videos and stuff that people see on social media.
Do you think celebrities have a positive or negative influence?
A lot of it negative influence.
Mostly it's negative these days. So.
I think what 70-30, like you know.
On what side?
In bad way, like you know how they behave. Like end of the day, like we need to give more power to teachers, like
We asked students how they think they are affected and why this might be, to get a clear view of how exactly media affects them. Do you think you're affected by things in media or social media?
Yes.
How?
Everything that's posted on social media affects everybody, I think.
It depends on the certain things you believe and don't believe. Do you take an active mindset or do you take a passive mindset?
Yes, because when I see something on Twitter or Tumblr or Facebook or whatever, I usually have a reaction to it, and a lot of the time I'll either share it or screenshot it and send it to my friends to see what they think about it.
Do you think it affects young people positively or negatively?
I think it can do both. I think there's bad people on the internet and stuff and there's good people.
I think both, because it can be positive at times because it helps younger generation gain an opinion on things.
How would you say you've been affected by media?
Well, it's not... Well, it does really shape you. You can gain confidence from media, and you can also, obviously, through cyber, that confidence can be taken away from you in a way, you know what I mean? I don't think I am affected by media much. No.
Do you think influencing young people with media is a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's good.
It can be. I think it can be quite bad because it can affect people in a different kind of way. Like if someone sees something online, like a lot of people have been talking about Donald Trump online, so a lot of people, because they've seen something online, they'll believe that and they'll not like him. But you never know, he could actually be a nice person. But because he probably won't be, because nobody likes Donald Trump. But when people are saying things about someone online, they tend to believe it, and that starts bullying and things like that.
It's no secret that the modern media has an influence over everyone. It changes the way you think and who you vote for, what you eat and what you buy. Celebrities once idolised by people can be extinguished in a heartbeat. But a great deal of pressure is put onto younger people to fit in, so they are much more easily influenced by the media, and some of this influence may not be good. A study by the US National Library of Medicine states that the average child sees 12,000 violent acts on television annually, including many depictions of murder and rape, which can be disastrous for influencing a young person. We have come to Netherwood School with our findings to ask teachers about their experiences of interacting with young people and how much of our results are true.
My name's Toby Easter, I'm Principal at Netherwood.
I'm Donna Bagnall, I'm the PA to the Principal in SLT.
I'm Mr Oates and I'm a Geography teacher at Netherwood ALC.
Most people we've asked said that they think young people are generally really misbehaved and they have a negative view on them. Do you agree or disagree?
No, I think that's a fallacy. I think that's a myth. I think that children have always misbehaved. What happens more now is that it gets covered more.
From my experience, both as a teacher and a person that lives in an area where there's lots of young people, I don't see people misbehaving.
I think there's definitely a proportion of young people that are misbehaved, but I think on the whole they are all well behaved or want to be well behaved.
In school, I see people pushing boundaries, which is one of the good things about growing up and being in a good school. You can push boundaries in a safe environment and you learn consequences.
I'm a parent myself, I have 2 children, and I know just how much the child's behaviour depends upon how well they are actually looked after and brought up by their parents.
A lot of the people that we asked thought that media and social media were a large influence on young people's behaviour. Can you support or disprove?
Yeah, the first part of your question, media. I think media has a massive influence, and I think young people now have access to media in lots of different formats, whether that be on their mobile phone, news sites, newspapers, and people look up to people in the media. Youngsters see people in the media and want to copy their behaviour, want to copy their outlook on life, because they idolise them.
I've got teenage children who all use social media, and I think it can be negative in that it can cause bullying and cyberbullying, and if someone's having a dispute, then I think other people can be dragged into it.
There's no question that the behaviour of young people and the behaviours of young people has changed an awful lot. Socially, at home, the use of social media has really changed family dynamics, no question of that. And I can think of occasions, when I was thinking about this interview, I was thinking about my own family when I was sat on a Sunday evening with the telly on, and my 4 members of my family, we were all on devices. So we're sat there all on devices with the telly on, not talking to each other. It weathers and erodes their literacy skills and social skills in terms of holding conversations with one another.
Do you think there needs to be more limits on how people use it and what age people use it at?
Personally, I think the 14 age limit is too low. I think 16 would be a better age limit. I think people have the maturity and more moral understanding to use social media at 16 than they do at 14.